One West, y'all. I'm Shy Excel, man. And let me tell you something. We different over here. We big steppers. Let's go.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa. Yo, what you say? No, we don't play you out your mind. Watch what you say, that type of shit could get you lined. And if you search, then let me tell you what you'll find. The city is mine. Just a mud who became the pick of the litter. Now my name ring bells when you talk heavy hitters. Nice nigga, but don't make me transform like Thriller. Sam Cooke a nigga beat like I was born by the river. Go get her, you piss her, you get off of the shitter. Can't put you in the spotlight, you niggas are with her. Keep an eye open round for any nigga that slither. Cause it ain't no sunshine here like Bill Withers, whoa. Fuck you know about this life I live. How you gon' talk to me like I ain't lose no rib? Like I ain't lose no crib, ain't lose no kid. Ain't sleep in my car and I ain't lose no gig. Shit, I never gave an order that I ain't did. And I ain't never take a fucking thing that I wouldn't give. Always kept it a bill, homie, I ain't fib. And if I had to go sit, then I just do my bid. Yo, my whole team full of steel beams we can't fold. Your whole circle full of some squares you can't roll. That's why we always take it to levels you can't go. Talk shit, but you can see me with these hands though. If looks to kill like Cyclops, these niggas wanna see me in Pine Box. Know that on my watch, got a better chance to rewind clocks. When you quit, nigga, when time stops, bitch. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa.
This flow is award-winning. Torment them, bomb to death, I'm bored with them. Trash him, throw him away with the has-beens. Ice cold with the flow, I'm Alaskan. You was in the fucking jungle in the past tense. I be with the lions, they my friends, Harold Baskins. And like her, they'll never find a body. Tiger stripe tracksuit, feeling like Joe Exotic. Shit, I don't know what it is, but I know I got it. Feeling like Alonzo, surgical with the shotty. All you see is skull and bones, Illuminati. Probably, I be the illest nigga to do it. I just talk shit on the beat and they call it music. I just come provide you with heat, remain the coolest. You ain't never been in the street with all the shooters. I was sipping yak with rioters and looters. Gotta keep my boots laid, shoot straight. Run up on you with the deuce 8 in a screw face. It's bad out here, my style effortless. 2 hands hugging a Ruger, so affectionate. Lot of suckers don't want war, I'm respecting it. Biggest stepper, snatch your plate, the hood starving. Cause they got beard shoe trades like James Harden. Straight from NY to Philly, we still mobbing.
Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa. Go get a big stepper. Hard body, One West rapper. Put on for my king, my niggas. Certified One West hitters, whoa. 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 Whoa.
Oh yeah, ooh Lord, and if you don't give it, you won't get it, that's right. I give her all my love. Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
I came from the streets to the shy, where wicked and evil collide. If it was illegal, we tried ambition to get us a piece of the pie. Had so many demons inside, was them in the gleam of my eye. Killing my innocence, all of my vision of reading the sign and seeing demise. We've been deprived the basic necessities, that and cocaine, a satanic recipe. Refusing to claim it as destiny, sins of the fatherly children in jeopardy. The family addiction affected me, affliction of prison, the death of me. Not even the thought of my legacy, living in hell, how you hating your pedigree. Been definitely holding the grudge, letting it go cause no hoe is in us. If we don't connect, then you know what it was. One West and no cowards is rolling with us. Steps was all in the mud, feeling the pain like salt in the cut. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question we taught them in blood. It's all for the love, yeah. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question we taught them in blood. It's all for the love. The blessing is all of these lessons, no question. We taught them in blood, it's all for the love.
And if you don't give it, you won't get it. That's right. I give her all my love. Hey, run that shit up, Trace. And if you don't give it, you won't get it. That's right. I give her all my love. Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
Alright. We gonna take it to the new school right now. My man Shaw,
Bunny hold up, bunny Australia.
South Pack, holding it down. You know we waiting on y'all. We sit back waiting on them chariots. Hey yo, Shaw, let them know. Come on.
Talking about how much money you got, but in reality, the Lord just got you there, don't watch it fall. What's gonna save you in the end, but if you don't know, comprehend, choose knowledge over silver and gold. No, we ain't the same, I'm in the UPK. Ordained by the Lord to drop the jewels to poverty. The poverty, it looks so wild when we out on this bitch. And no, we don't play no games, so stay home, little kids. It's like a sword what we say, but it's in the game like EA. Boy, know your lane like freeways, or I have to see like CJ. I got my grind and replay, but I want your life like relay. I'm at they neck, cause I'm up next, nigga.
In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown, uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now, up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay.
Got money paying tithes for me. My people starving like some damn puppies. I'm a big dog, use a damn puppet. The lowest nigga in the school can probably show you something. Somebody bring me some wine. Is it my baby? That's Lil' Bae. I call her that cause she whine. I'm in my mood, that's all the way. I should have been named prime time. But I'm a prince, so call me Shaw, and I'll be quite fine. Yeah. Chariot and I'm whipping. I'll whip it like a new slave, the rose is different. Whip a devil for fun, cause he looks suspicious. Can't take the heat, we'll get your pussy ass off my list. Remember the days of old, could've booked the vision. I got a penny in my pocket, so I can't afford to skip it. Can't afford to forget it. Affected by it, me and my niggas. Dear Lord, let me get them, okay.
In my chariot, I pick you up from uptown, uptown. Hey, niggas swear they gotta hit, we'll batter up now, up now. But we are not the same. I'm a priest and prophet, okay.
You already know we preach the prophets of the Lord. It's only us and nobody else, man. We waiting on them chariots. Scoop up all my niggas. This is One West. You know who we are.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover. under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King that honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, Captain the Ball. You know what I'm saying? ISCK Milwaukee. To my right, I got Officer. Let's turn that down right there. Let's mute that. Mute that, if you will, please. What? 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Are we good? All right. So, I'm Captain the Bar Moth. I got Officer Zaquan 5,000, Officer 1,000 of Munga Bar. Man, give it up to the Lord, man. We finally got our school building. This is the semi-grand opening. We got Captain Marvel Quad, Chicago, and then we got Officer Lum and Gary. They all coming together, them and their families, tomorrow for the closing of the Feast of Perim. Today is the opening of the Feast of Perim, and we're gonna go over what the Perim, what Perim even is about. Like, we know everything about what Christmas. I guarantee you, you know every Fa La 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 song. You know about the birthday song. You know everything that has to do with Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, all of America's wicked holidays. We know about, which are idol worship, correct? But what we don't know are about the Lord's high holy days and the Lord's feast days and why we even keep them. In the Bible, you start, and y'all chime in whenever y'all want. Y'all in the Bible, you'll start seeing that the feast days have a meaning to them. Like the Feast of Dedication. Y'all remember the Feast of Dedication? It had a meaning to it. It was about the revolution of us when we were under the foot of the Greeks, the Macedonians, the Seleucids, all of them devils, them Edomites, or so-called white people as they call themselves, when they oppressed us. Well, the Feast of Perim has its own meaning. And by the time we're done with the story tonight, we'll go over the scriptures about the Feast of Perim, why we keep it. Excuse me. We'll get some precepts to go with it, and then we'll bring Perim from in the Bible over 4,000 years ago. We'll bring that to life, and we'll show you the practicality that's in it and why we should apply it today. Because keeping the Feast of Perim is something that'll keep you free as a people. It'll show you how you should be as a people that are subjugated under another people. You understand? Yes, y'all can be verbal. We're in our own school. You can say yes, you can say no, and here we say it in Hebrew. Khan or la'ah. Everybody say it with me. Khan or la'ah. Listen, I know we did his basement have served us. Give it up for Officer 5,000 Taquan and his grid Diana for hosting the Israelite School UPK in Milwaukee for years. Right. For years, we were in their basement doing class, doing feast days, man, doing the podcast, you know, just there, just encroaching on all this space. You understand? I know they wanted us out of there. I'm just making that up, man. Like in the UPK, we're a family, and that's what we do here, right?
That's right.
So, but now we're finally in our own building. Don't be afraid to lift up your voice in here. We pay for this. You understand? You can be as loud as you want. We can play the music as loud as we want. You understand? You can say them prayers as loud as you want. Sisters, you can speak up. Brothers, you can speak up. And here, this is our home. All right? Give it up to now. Big up to our God and our King, Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai. Big up to the angels for protecting us all day, every day. When things happen to people that are worse, when they go anywhere, the Lord put a protection around you. The water to that. Big up to Commander General Hunter. Big up to y'all can clap it up. Big up to Commander General Hunter. Big up to the generals. Big up to the captains, the officers, troopers, young men, sisters, dogs, cats, birds that are in the Israelite school of UPK. Turtles. You got a turtle. All right. If you under the banner of the ISUPK, the Lord definitely has his protection on you. Big up to Tabak. I'm gonna do a lot of bigging up right now, Salakia. Big up individually to Tabak and Nas. I want to give it up to that cat. Officer of 1,000, Tabak and Nas, Milwaukee. Everybody know him. You know what I'm saying? He's who guards the treasure. You understand? He guards the treasure. Big Zebulonite up in the building, man, from El Salvador. Right. Left his country to come to America and then build up the truth so that eventually, if the Lord will allow it to happen, he can go back to El Salvador and bring the truth in the same way he learns it here.
That's right. And
be vigilant and pay great attention over the lives of brothers and sisters in El Salvador. That's big up to Officer Tabak and Nas, man. I want to say big up to Officer Lakam Yala. Big up to Officer Lakam Yala. Man, that brother, he came straight from Florida. Now, the story on and Salaki, we're gonna get into the Feast of Perim very soon, but I gotta do this, Salaki, because this is the opening of the school in Milwaukee, and I have to highlight you brothers. So big up to Officer Lakam Yala. The brother left from Florida, came back up to the Midwest. So he started in the Midwest, went down to Florida to do something very honorable. He went down to Florida to make sure that he keeps the law, honor thy father and thy mother. So he went down there, and in his father's old age and his sickness and his health, he went down there to make sure that he helped him regain his strength, which he did. His father strong, thriving, thinking about coming to the Passover. His mother says she's going to be at the Passover. Great example, you know what I'm saying, for a man in the truth. Brother came up here with his son, young man BJ. Young man BJ been running in the truth. This ain't his first rodeo. He been to Passovers before. You know what I'm saying? Big up the young man BJ. It's damn near like a shadow to his father. Whenever his father's here, he's here. You understand? A young, excellent man that's growing up in the truth. 14 years old, you know what I'm saying? Ready to get it in for the Most High. He could be anywhere doing anything else, but he's here with us. And so I just want to highlight that, man. I saw the sacrifices that Lakam Yala did, man, right, with the money he been dropping into the school, right, with the time and the effort he been dropping into the school, the sleepless nights he been dropping into the school. Right. You understand? I want to big up Officer of 1,000, Rapaya Allah. Big up Officer of Rapaya Allah. That brother he's a joy to be around. You understand? Right. He can be a handful sometimes, but Officer Rapaya Allah, if you didn't know, me and Officer Rapaya Allah came into the school together. We the same generation. Over 10 years ago, came into the school. It's a short time, but about 12, almost 13 years ago, we came into the school. We're in the same trooper class. You know, I've been knowing the brother ever since then. Our first Passovers together. It's been a wonderful joy. The brother dropped cash in his joint. He had to slave right now because he want to drop cash and cash and cash to build the school. And it takes that to build a school. You know, we don't get funded from the government, Aki. We don't. Right. It takes brothers who ready to make sacrifices to throw cash in here and do their thing. You understand? That's right. And brother Rapaya Allah, through all his ups and downs, has always been one thing, and I can say it, has always been a delightful brother to be around. So big up to Rapaya Allah and the work he's done to build up this school. Who else we got? Hold on. I'm trying to see who we got before I get my last but not least. Who else we got? Kananya. Give it up for Officer 500 Kananya. Officer 500 Kananya, we run him all over Milwaukee. We just run him back and forth, back and forth. He come back and forth from Chicago. Yeah, I'm saying he's going through Hebrew Academy right now, which is a feat in itself. And I've been trying to get him out to school. He just will not leave. That's the kind of, you know what I'm saying? Them the type of brothers that you know are just cemented in the truth. The brother has been, he's learning. But overall, he's been an excellent brother. He's a very protective brother as well. He's a very vigilant and observant brother as well on certain things. You understand? And the things that he need to be vigilant on, he's definitely mastering those.
That's right.
You understand? Officer 500, he's learning. He's going through Hebrew Academy. It's sharpening him. We can see the changes in him. But he as well is also in those videos that you're going to see putting his hands, putting his brick, you know what I'm saying, getting dirty to build up this podium, to build up the walls, to build up the schools, tear down everything. Man, listen, the brother has been a tool, continue to be a tool for the Most High. Give it up for him. You understand? Officer Ayar Bun Yashikar, give it up for him. Officer Ayar Bun Yashikar. We haven't seen, you know what I'm saying, the brother been slaving, trying to correct, you understand, what the white man, of course, you know, the white man being the devil that the Bible speaks of, right, always finds a way to try to keep a brother down. But one thing you can say about Officer Ayar is that the brother is fighting. You understand? He's fighting. He ain't stopped fighting. Every time he reported to me every week, he tell me about his fight. He tell me about his advancements. He tell me about his progress. And I want to take time to big up that brother because he didn't have to come all the way from Oregon, you understand, to the Midwest and come and try his best to put his brick in the Israelite School UPK in Milwaukee. And the brother, he's done that. And so I definitely want to give him his accolades. You understand? Officer Ayar Bun Yashikar, you know what I'm saying? I knew him since he was a baby in the truth. He came into the truth in Oregon under me when I was out in Oregon. The brother has been battling through everything that stands in his way. And again, he's one of them fighters, just like just like Rapah. So big up to Officer Ayar Bun Yashikar, brother. We here, we gonna do the feast. Hopefully you watching. Hopefully you can, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. I know they got you slaving, but hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you can see that brothers are here. We representing for you. So even when you ain't here, we still gonna keep the truth moving for our King and our God. You understand, and our nation. All right. So big up to him. All right. Last but not least, before I get to my to my sisters who's done an excellent job in here too. Let me give it up for Officer of 1,000, Amun Gabar. Give it up for Officer of 1,000. Let me tell you something. This brother is one of the hardest working brothers I know. That's right. Badass cat from the tribe of Ephraim. That's right. Man, this cat, he slaves all day. Hell, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know, but we live in the same house. This brother is not, I can't be the only father in the house. Him and Lacum, y'all are also fathers to my children. You understand? These brothers are absolutely brothers. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you, and I never thought that anybody could be at par with Zaquan. He's always been the brotherhood of all brotherhood brothers. Officer Zaquan, well, man, you got somebody on your heels, man. You got somebody on your heels, and that's
an excellent brother, man. Brothers is excellent. You know what I'm saying?
God,
yeah, I mean, hey, they deserve that shit.
Damn right.
They deserve that stuff.
Listen, man. Scripture say, "Let your brethren praise thee." I'm telling you right now, man. I'm giving you brothers absolute praise for what I've seen you do in a month. You built the school with your bare hands, man. I've watched this brother tired. Even when I was at the point where, like, man, you could give up on the school for now. Stop searching. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, kind of one kind, but secretly he was still searching.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And then something just fell right into his on his desk, and then he was able to see it. he took notice of it and then sent it up, followed the protocol the right way. And once I saw it, Spirit of the Lord already told me, that we have to jump on that. You know what I'm saying? We got to jump on this. We got to make sure that we secure this. And this building right here is a solid building. It's an excellent start. And man, listen, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Spirit of the Lord, but we absolutely would not be here if it wasn't for the tireless work and effort that Amungabar knows. He's known all over the UPK for how hard he works, his tireless effort. I just want to big you up, Bob. You understand? I want to big you up here. Excellent work. You understand? And to our beautiful sisters, man, our most precious possessions that we have are our sisters, our daughters, our wives. Well, in Milwaukee, I want you to understand, we might not have a plethora of a lot of sisters, but the sisters that we have, y'all are absolutely solid. Y'all absolutely one West. And y'all come in here, y'all do your thing. You go to your slave, you bring your money home, you give it to your husband. Your husband take the money, even when you want the shoes, he put it in the school. You know what I'm saying? You'll be mad at him every now and then, but then you look at that man and you say, this was a man of God, and it's an honor. I know for y'all, it's an honor to be under a man of God's protection. You understand? And now the Lord has called y'all to be daughters and mothers of the city of Milwaukee, because more sisters gonna come in here. More sisters gonna come in here, and they're not gonna know how to walk the right way. They're not gonna know how to dress the right way. They're not gonna know how to speak or how to be. You understand? And then when they look at y'all, they'll be able, with also coupled with the teachings that we give them, as we give them from the men of the Lord up here, they'll be able to see perfect examples of what a woman in the Israelite school of UPK actually is.
That's right. That's
so
right.
Big up to my sister. I wanted to big y'all up here in Milwaukee, but I got to big up everybody in the Israelite school of UPK. Let me tell you something. Y'all are the most precious people on the planet. Right. And there's even more precious people. We just got to go out there and get them. That's you understand? And when I say go out there and get them, all you got to do is prophesy into the wind, build up these safe havens, these sanctuaries, and make sure that you're righteous with everything that you do, and you follow them orders and you get counsel. But I'm telling you, the brotherhood and the sisterhood is unmatched. That's all you got to do. Hold your post, Aki. Hold your post when you get tired and you get weary and you want to stop and take a break. Don't do it. Let that be the thing that pushes you even further. So, hell, all you brothers up here and sisters, y'all make me sharp. Y'all make me have to make sure that I stay on my square. Why? Because y'all are the components that make a man great. We are the iron that sharpens iron. So the water to y'all, the water. Say anything before we get into the feast? I want to say anything.
Oh man, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? We waited, a long time. Out here in Milwaukee, we finally got us a home. We finally got us a place where other blacks and Hispanics and other people can come and they can feel safe. They can come and they can feel like they have a place from outside of the world. They got their own sanctuary. And I'm happy to see this happen. It's definitely an honor to be a part of this, and it's an honor to definitely, bring these brothers and sisters, to their new home.
Damn right. Give it up.
If I may, again, the Water ZQ for you and your family for holding us down for so many years. It takes a brother with some class to handle a whole bunch of niggas in and out of your house for years, and your temperament, you and your wife, for being excellent hosts, brothers and sisters to us. We got to thank y'all for that. I can't thank y'all enough for it. I remember when me and Will Power just at the library. And the growth that it's had from there. So Thwada to you, Captain, for coming into the city, sacrificing what you had in Chicago, family that you had in different parts of the states, to come to Milwaukee, hold it down until you were able to galvanize and raise up men to the point where we had this opportunity to capitalize on. That's right. And for sticking it out with us, guiding us along the way, bouncing our heads off of brick walls when necessary. So just the water for holding it down, and appreciate y'all for maintaining this whole time, man. It's been a hell of a journey. But now we got a foothold here in Milwaukee, so come check us out, man.
That's right.
And listen, if I can add one more thing, don't think this is the end. This is when all the bullshit happens. You understand? Satan is going to try even harder to dismantle what we done built here. You see the shadow that's been over Milwaukee for a while. This is a ray of sunshine, and those clouds are going to drown it out. You understand? So just know that Satan is going to attack you at every single front that you allow.
That's right.
Allow no weaknesses.
That's right.
In other words, keep the laws. Love your brother like you love yourself.
Right.
Love the Most High with all your heart, your might. And this right here is a testament to how much you brothers and sisters love the Lord. Let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? With that, let's get to our feast of Perim. You understand? We'll start in the book of, where we going?
On the book of Esther, chapter 9.
And yes, we'll go to the book of Esther, chapter 9. We're going to read a story that when we read this and we bring in these scriptures to life, I want y'all to really understand this is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You'll see it the way we break it down. And since you don't have Christianity on you, you'll find out that this is absolutely the truth. It's absolutely the formula that you need to have power, even when you don't have power, when you subjugate it to another nation. And we also, another thing we need to do, we need to get that floor mat, Serge Borgia floor mat. Right. It ain't complete till we get that floor mat in here. Every time we walk in here, you stepping on that joint, you wipe your feet on that Serge Borgia. You understand? So, but with that, absolutely, let's get into the scripture. Anybody got any questions in the room? No matter where we at in the scripture, especially my children in here. You got any questions? You make sure you raise your hands. All right. All right, no sweat. Let's get it.
Esther chapter 9, verse 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both nigh and far. Verse 21. To establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same year.
1 second, let me get there with you. Do Esther 9. All right. And let me see. You know what? We might have to go further back a little bit just so we can get some more context. After. Actually, no, let's keep going. Wherever else we need to go, it's just a couple chapters after. Okay. I mean, before. All right. Let's keep it moving.
Verse 22. As the days wherein the Jews rested from their enemies.
From their who?
From their enemies.
Because let me tell you something. What you're going to find out is that we had, and if we go back a couple chapters, which is what we're going to do, you're going to find out how just vicious the enemies of Israel were. They wanted to wipe us out. I think you understand what I'm saying to you. Wipe us out. Go ahead.
As the days wherein the Jews rested from the enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning to a good day.
Oh, yeah.
That they should make them days of feasting and joy.
Now listen, now you're starting to see why. And we're gonna back cap. We're gonna get into the you know how sometimes a movie starts at a certain point, but that ain't really the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're gonna start this tonight. This ain't really the beginning. We're just showing you where we ended up and why we do what we do, and then we're gonna give you the prelude, right? That's what it's called, or the prequel. I don't know what they call it. What they call it in Hollywood, something like that. So, but yeah, we was going through much sorrow under these cats. You understand that had a regime that was trying to wipe us out. It gets diabolical, and that's exactly what they do here in America. Go ahead.
That they should make them days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions to one another and gifts to the poor. Verse 23, and the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them. Verse 24, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews.
And hey, listen, a devil.
Right.
This is an Edomite here. This is a devil. Go ahead.
Had devised against the Jews to destroy them. And had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them.
To do what?
To consume them and to destroy them.
That's exactly what these nations do to you today. Today, these nations are, they come together and they cast lots on who gonna get this corner, who gonna get that corner, who's gonna monopolize this. How could you tell? We don't own any businesses out here.
Right.
We don't own any. I mean, y'all chime in when y'all want. We don't own the gas stations.
Right.
They jack the prices up on gas.
Right.
We were just talking about this earlier. We go to a gas station and these heathens absolutely just make up prices. They make them up. And let me get a case of Pepsis. Oh, that's going to be $36. $36 for a 12 pack of Pepsis? Well, for you, $25. $25. Well, you know, in the store, how much in the store? Because I go to Sam's Club. You went to Sam's Club for this. You know what I'm saying? How much you paid at Sam's Club for it? Now you want to jack the prices up in the ghetto because hey, here's the sad fact. Majority of people in the ghetto have never left the ghetto.
Right.
In Chicago, you got people on a 1 block radius that have never left that 1 block radius their entire life. They ain't been further than, you know, they schooling back.
Right.
The bus and back. They haven't even been downtown. So when they go downtown, they don't even know how to act. So they cast lots on what? On how to destroy you at every front. That's what they do. This is your enemies.
Right.
They're brutal. Meanwhile, America taught you that you should love them no matter what. They don't love you no matter what.
Right.
One of my favorite songs is that one that was like, it feels so good loving somebody when somebody what? Loves you back. America doesn't love you. They will never love you. To America, you are property. You're chattel. You're a means to a dollar. You're a battery. They don't love you. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, but here we go. Even back in these days. But in these days, here's what we did have. We knew who we were. We knew we were the children of God. What America has done is so diabolical because they erased that out of you.
Right.
At least we knew we're the Jews. We were the Jews back then. Hell, you gotta fight a nigga to let them know that he a Jew today. Ain't no Jew. Them the white folk. They feel disrespected. You call them a Jew.
Right.
Because to be a Jew is a bad reputation now.
Yeah.
Read on. I'm sorry. You wanna say something?
No, it just kind of reminded me of the reputation that they have nowadays. It's they just saw this video of them pulling one of these devils out of a hole in the wall, and the whole synagogue was rioting with the police. You know, it looked like a scandalous organization, you know, from the onset. But you get footage like this where they're, you know, especially after the whole thing about the tunnels underneath the synagogues in New York.
Right. Oh my goodness.
How creepy those photos look.
Yeah.
I mean, I maybe it's just the lighting in the tunnel. I don't know. But there's just something about it that don't look right.
Right.
But they're digging this right out of the hole in the wall.
Right.
And you know, everything, how would I say it? You got these men that are supposed to be godly who've got such an ill reputation.
Right.
And then you got all these other brothers and sisters who have been criminalized and demonized and villainized for centuries, who are turning back to their culture, to the Lord, building up a good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, we're whittling away at that stereotype. And, you know, even the citizens, even the civilians themselves, I think they're doing an amazing job. You know, even in cities like Milwaukee. Milwaukee's an angry city. Right. Every ghetto is every ghetto across the lands that we occupy.
Right.
But the people they deserve better than this. They want better than this, and
That's
it
correct.
is starting to change up. And you can see it in their art that they're looking for something different.
That's correct.
And that's one of the functions of the UPK is to be that ensign, to be that fresh breath, man. They need something better than this. But just how you said that about how they got just a horrible reputation. Like nobody likes these people. Nobody likes these people.
They scum.
Everybody they're weirded out by them because they do weird stuff. But yeah, they got problems with everybody. Everybody hates them behind their back because they know that they can't just outright in the front, in the open, say something about them without some kind of repercussions. You can't cancel us though.
Right, damn right.
It's like,
Yeah,
you can't cancel the UPK. You want to say something?
It's like if I could just touch the point where he was just saying, being a Jew, you're supposed to be the people of God. So like these people are doing diabolical things and whatnot. What that goes to show, let's just say these people was supposed to be examples of, representation of God. Well, how should we look at God?
Right.
We should look at God as what being this. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but it just goes back to the scriptures where it says, you know them by the fruits.
Right.
So their fruits, they've been diabolical on this earth. They put us into captivity. You know what I'm saying? They subduing the whole earth wickedly and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? What that goes to show, you know what I'm saying, about the God they serve. It must be an evil God that they serve if they doing all this stuff, taking children, putting them underneath tunnels, kidnapping. You know what I'm saying?
Forget about the herpes and the babies that they giving the herpes to after they sucking on the peat. What they call it?
The moil.
The moil. You understand? They forget about that. Forget about the cries of anti-Semitism, but forget about how they some crooked bastards.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Meyer Lansky.
Yeah.
Meyer Lansky was a gangster with the organized by her families, man.
Yeah.
This cat was, man, come on now. These cats, you talking about gangsters? You don't know gangster.
Yeah.
You think the Italian mafia ran New York? No. The Jewish people ran New York.
That's right.
The Jewish gangsters ran New York, not the Italian gangsters.
That's right.
Them cats are good at business.
Mm-hmm.
Them cats are cruel crooks.
Right.
Hell, and the Amalekites are the number one chief tribe out of the nation of Edom.
Right.
You understand? That's the whole point. So that's the point. Go ahead.
Verse 25. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged in the gallows.
And that what?
He and his sons.
He and his who?
His sons.
What does the sons got to do with it? You understand? Like that's how our oppressors think today. We're the sons of the slave. Yeah, we are. But what does that have to do with anything? We didn't do what our fathers did. That's how they talk to us.
Yeah.
The Bible knows that you're going to have to get rid of him and his sons. Go ahead.
That he and his sons should be hanged in the gallows.
Now get that to me.
Verse 26. Wherefore they called these days Perim, after the name of Per. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, verse 27, the Jews ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves, it's like, and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writing and according to their appointed time every year.
So let me ask a question in here. Why do we keep the Feast of Perim? We just read it. Raise your hand. Dallas, you wasn't even listening. Move your hood. Take off your hood, son. The water. Go ahead, young man BJ.
We celebrate the Feast of the Lord to celebrate how Esther saved all the Jews from being slaughtered.
Your man. That's right. Just that simple. You understand? We what they tried to do to us was sent upon their own heads.
Yeah.
You understand? Like they tried to really Jew us into death. And when I say Jew us into death, I mean the white man, the Jewish white man, they got a term for him. They say, don't Jew me like that.
Right.
You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Not the real Jews, of course, because we are the real Jews. But this is the son of this is a Jewish man right here. So-called Jewish man would be today. And he tried to get the king to reverse what he said he would do for us and to have us killed. Not just one of us, not two of us, hell, not even three. All of the Jews. Eradicate us.
Right.
That's what they wanted, to eradicate us off the face of the earth.
That's right.
These are your enemies, and don't ever forget. Scriptures say, never trust thine enemies.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 29. And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, every family, every generation.
These days are to be what?
Remembered.
Well, why do you think that our oppressors spend so much money to keep you loving your birthday and to keep you loving Christmas and to keep you loving Halloween and to keep you loving all of these American holidays that they do? Because they don't want you to remember. Right. It's in the law that the Lord didn't put this in. He didn't put this in your books for you to not remember. There's a reason to remember. This gives you national pride. This gives you a zeal in who you are, over the things you've overcome and the fights you had to go through. Right. Like, you're supposed to take the pain that you go through opposite of what Martin Luther King did. Martin Luther King took the pain that we went through. They took the bus boycott and did nothing with it. Right. They didn't turn that into anything we can celebrate. Here's what I can guarantee you. If Black people and Hispanic people would have never got on another bus that was owned by white people, and we would have boycotted that and created our own bus. We had enough money. Do you understand? We could have galvanized together every house, every family, and every church under them. I don't want to say the F word. Under those, give me a good word that won't get us shut down. Gay men. How about that? You can say gay on YouTube. You can say gay on YouTube. Yeah, you can say gay. Those gay men that followed Martin Luther King and thought like him, those cats, they sold you short. Because if we would have literally got all the money and galvanized it together and got us a bus company in whatever happened to the Grapevine? We don't even have that no more. Back then they had the Grapevine, and I'm talking about it was in full effect. Every ghetto, every barrio could have known exactly what to do. Every church, and they had a pipeline. They could have absolutely had all the people put their money together, drop some resources together to buy buses, right? If you would have had your own buses, you would have created jobs for people. Right. And you would have created a way for people to get back and forth to their jobs. Right. That's something we would have celebrated today. There would be you probably would have the bus awards. You understand? The boycott awards, something like that. But you don't have that. You want to know why? Because your leader sold you out. Right. Those were the type of men that bent the knee to Mordecai, to Mordecai's enemy, to Haman. They would have bent the knee. Not Commander General Yohanan.
That's right.
Not the leaders of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You'll never see us bow our heads and bend our knee.
Right.
Well, this is what you could have had. Read on.
Verse 28. And that these days should be remembered and kept throughout every generation.
Every generation. You, everybody in here, y'all children, when you grow up, teach your children about one of your ancestors named Mordecai. You understand? Teach them about Mordecai and teach them about Esther and teach them about the stories of Black people overcoming. Have some national pride. Stand up in righteousness, stand up in strength. You know, especially my sons. Y'all better stand up in strength. You understand? Why? Because you have no choice. I feed you. You do what I say because I feed you. I house you, I clothe you, I feed you. You do it. Now, when you grow up and you decide that you don't think that the best lessons that we teach you aren't the ones that you want to use in your life, so be it. Shalom. Right. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's right. And remembering this is a very, very important thing. Right. Otherwise, white people would not spend so much money to make you not remember.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Every family, every province, and every city, and that these days of Perim should not fail from among the Jews, nor the memorial of them perish from their seed. Verse 29. Then Esther, the queen, the daughter of Abihail.
Esther the what?
The queen.
See, Esther, she was married. She was a queen. She was married to a heathen who was the king of the country that we was in. You understand? And yes, it's against the law to marry heathens, but she did it so that she could save her people. You understand? And when she became queen, she didn't lose her compassion for her people because she had some Gucci boots, or a mansion, or a jet like the rich in Israel do today. Right. She didn't do that. That's right. She did the opposite of that. She used her power and influence and sway over the king to make him use his hand to write bills and letters that would free her people. Why? Because she loves her people. That's right. You have to use what you have. Listen to me and listen to me closely. Use what you have to free your people. Right. That's right. If you don't, you are nothing.
Verse 29. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Abihail, and Mordecai the Jew, wrote with all authority to confirm this letter of Perim.
Go ahead.
To confirm the second letter of Perim.
Go ahead.
Verse 30. And he sent the letters unto all the Jews to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Osiris, with words of peace and truth. Verse 31. To confirm these days of Perim and their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had enjoyed them, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed the matters of the fastings and their cry.
The matters of the what?
The matters of the fasting.
The matters of the what?
Of the fasting.
Run up a little bit more as they was talking about. Go back up to that spot where it was said to verse 31.
Verse 31. To confirm these days of Perim in their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Jew and Esther the queen had enjoined them, Salaki, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seed.
For themselves and for who?
Their seed.
For themselves and for who?
Their seed.
Always think about your future generations. The problem now is that we have learned how to say we disconnected ourselves from our future generations. That's why you got YNs. Right. You got them YNs running around here shooting up everything and going off the hook because they do not have a connection with the older generation, with the elders of their community. Why? The elders of their community put chasing money and their own lust in front of their future seed. Right. And then they blame the kids for it. Ezekiel, can you believe that? Out of all of the vile, disgusting things that they've done behind the doors, behind the scenes in politics, and selling our real estate away, and having us join and breaking our businesses down, and allowing drugs in our community, and not standing up against police brutality, wanting to integrate with American society, all of the things that they did, and then they blame us for it. It ain't our fault that they were stupid enough to let a white man poured ice cream on their head to get them out of their establishment.
Right.
These people didn't want you in there.
Right.
And you shouldn't have wanted to be in there. You successfully allow America to do what? Divide you from your brothers, divide you from your sisters, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Cubans, the Seminole Indians, the American Indians. You understand? The Brazilians, the Argentina, the people from Uruguay and Peru, Colombia. You let them get you from the people that would have brought you together in actual unison and give you power. Now you look, black people looking at Hispanics like they're totally different race, knowing damn well in their heart these is niggas just like you.
Right.
But to make America feel good, they'll turn their back on their Hispanic brothers or Latino brothers, so to speak, so that they can do what? Get some money? Money. And then you want to blame the youth. The youth ain't stupid.
Right.
The youth see what you've done. They don't respect OGs because OGs give them no game. Here's how you here's what's crazy, ZQ, in the Mugger Bar. They talk about black people, black kids not having no aspirations to be anything other than rappers. Where do you think that come from? Who created that environment for them?
The older generation.
How? How did the older generation do that? Who knows? Anybody out there can answer the questions. This is a class. How did the older generations reduce black men to only sports and music to make them feel successful? How did they do that? Tazabia.
Is it by the older generation wanting to please the devil?
Yes, that's a fact, but I'm asking. That's tense. I'm asking, what method did they do? What did they not do? Go ahead, sis. You want to answer? Break it down.
They took them away from knowing who they really are, being real true to the Bible, and then they start giving them money. Money, that's what people want now. Money is people.
You're absolutely right. But here's the answer I'm looking for. What they did was your politicians and your Christian pastors and your aldermen and your congressmen, the black ones, the Black Caucus, they're the ones who, everybody ever heard of the Black Caucus, Washington, D.C.? It's a group of black people that block bills that go to black people or that impact the black community. You ever heard of the Black Caucus? Those are some of the most wickedest sons of bitches on the planet. The most greediest, Pharisee-minded, Sadducee-minded suckers that you could ever find. Those are the people that go to the Christian churches. They own real estate. They own everything in your neighborhood. And then they take the money from the programs that the government's supposed to be giving you. They steal the money. You understand? They steal that money and then they gatekeep all of the information. Before you know it, you get no money for better schools. You think it's the government's job to provide you better schools. That's what they tell you.
Right.
Oh, they got you mad at the government. The government ain't doing. They not mad at the government. They love the government. Why? Why do they love the government? Because the government pays them.
Right.
They are the ones in between you. They're the buffer in between what you can get from the government and what you don't get from the government.
Right.
They steal all the money. They take all the funding. They take all the grants. They keep it for themselves. They know how to create the businesses. They know how to stay in business. You understand? And then they ride up and down these streets and look down on you as if you ain't their people. As if they don't have an obligation to help you get out of the ghetto. Now, they will help you if you share the ideology of America. Because the moment you think like a free person, the moment you think like Mordecai, the moment you think like Esther, you're done. If you could. Let's get out of here.
Some slack shit if I could, sir. you become an enemy to America. You know, once you start thinking, like you just said, once you start thinking like, you know, like against what America, how they want you to think. You know what I'm saying? They want you to put that red lipstick on your face when I shucking job, like they did in 1900s, early 1900s.
The minstrel shows.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, like you said before, that's why a lot of our people go into entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They learn from all the way back in those days that entertainment is what keeps you alive. You keep a smile on white people's face, and maybe he'll live to see the next day.
Damn, that's heavy. That's heavy. No, give him a hand. It's heavy because if you keep white people entertained, they'll consider tolerating you. But to tolerate you niggas who stand up on the corner and say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, there's no toleration for you. We can't tolerate that. You understand?
Right.
For you who come together in a small safe haven and remember the Feast of Perim, the things that your ancestors have done, for you to do that, oh no, we can't tolerate it. Y'all in a cult.
Right.
Y'all an extremist group. You understand? We can't tolerate that. And that's what they do. And then they leave you with nothing. They leave you with those opportunities.
Yep.
You should think when you wake up, success ain't just about bouncing the basketball.
Right.
Success it shouldn't be about that. Success to be not only acting too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood got some cats that will sell out.
Oh, yeah.
Men that people look up to, stars of movies. Hollywood got people that'll sell out and do what? Get in a scene that promotes same-sex relations.
Right.
They'll get in the movies and they'll show you interracial marriages, and then they'll put the music behind it, and then you watching this and you thinking, yeah, the movies that they show on Disney for your kids, they got your kids thinking they should love everybody,
right,
and love everything, and everybody's a friend, and then you'll be wondering why your child accept the candy from a stranger.
Right.
When at home your child should be in school twice over. You send them to the white man school, they go to school, they should already have an education. Like my children already know the white man and the devil. No job. The white man is what? There you have it. Go ahead. Devil meaning what? What's the devil mean? Children. We can't just say the white man is the devil and not know what it means. Go ahead. Deceiver. He deceived everybody. And then he taught your Christian leaders how to deceive everybody too. Go ahead. Let's continue.
Verse 32. And the decree of Esther confirmed these matters of Perim, and it was written in the book.
All right. Now, let's go to verse 7.
Esther chapter 9, verse 7. And Parashandatha and Dalphon and Aspatha and Poratha and Adalia and Aradatha and Parmasta and Arisai.
Chapter 7, I'm sorry. Chapter 7. Salah. I misspoke. My bad.
Esther chapter 7, verse 1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with Esther the queen.
Because Esther invited everybody to a banquet, right? Now they're at the banquet, and they're about to tell you what happens at the banquet. Go ahead.
And the king, verse 2, and the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, what is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king.
What'd she say?
If I have found favor in thy sight, O king.
Did she say, nigga, you better give me this? What did she say?
If I have found favor in thy sight, O king.
Do you see the spirit of Esther? The spirit of Esther is different. Let me see. The spirit of Esther is absolutely different than the spirit that American women have on them today.
So you check notifications off.
Black people in America. You want to turn them off on here?
Yeah. Sit the button side.
Have somebody handle it. I don't know how to do it.
So,
but the mindset of women back in the days were guarded by the men. Let me tell you something. I know they say only a woman can raise a girl to be a girl. That's not true. A girl to be a woman. That's absolutely not true. A man raised Esther to be like this. You want to know who he was? Mordecai. Right. Mordecai is the one who taught her how to be who she is. Mm-hmm. Now, there are certain things that a woman can teach a woman that a girl that a man can't teach her. That's fine. But how to be a woman, that comes from men. Guidance and teaching and instruction. That's where that comes from. She talked to this man with reverence. You understand? She knew her place. In today's time, you'll go to jail for going upside a woman's head. You understand? In those times, you wouldn't go to jail for going upside a woman's head. If she dishonored you in front of everyone in public, I don't think you would go to jail for that. Now, I'm not telling brothers that it's okay to smack women. I'm not telling you that. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just telling you how they used to get down back in them ancient days. Women knew that there's a way you behave around men and there's a way you don't. You understand? Certain offenses could get you thrown in jail. You understand? Back in the day, they didn't play that. If you go to third world countries right now, hell, they ain't even really got to be third world. Go to Dubai. Yep. Go to Dubai right now. You ain't about to be acting a certain type of way in Dubai. It ain't happening. You can roll the dice if you want to with that. Women can't be super duper loud. You know how black women be in America? Hey. If they catch you, get out the car. If they catch you getting out the car at the red light and start bouncing on the headlights, you're going to jail. You understand? If you extra loud and extra boisterous, you getting fined. That's not how it happens up there. You can't dress a certain way. The only place that they can do that at is on the resorts. Other than that, they come off that resort, they got to be silent. They got to have their head covered. They can't, tell men what to do. Those are crimes. Just like if you got pulled over for speeding, it's a crime. There's charges that come with that. You got to face a penalty with that. That's how the kingdom of heaven going to be. You understand? And there's going to be laws as well to keep men in place. So don't get it twisted. She understood her place. But she was the queen, the king's wife, right? And this is how she still acted. Go ahead, read.
Verse 3, then Esther, the queen, answered and said,
y'all got that good strength in here now.
If I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given to me and my petition, and my people at my request. Verse 4, for we are sold.
For we are what?
Sold. I and my people.
What she say?
I and my people.
You hear how she's including herself with her people? She's the queen. Yeah. Her people are undesirables. You understand? But she's the queen because she was so beautiful and so soft and so sweet that the king, who was not our people, decided that he wanted to marry her. And she used that. She seized that opportunity. She saw the opportunity in that. You understand? So, young sisters, you're not going to just be marrying people for no reason. When you marry somebody, you better marry them based off of what you know your father would want you to do. You understand? That's what makes sense to do. Well, Mordecai raised her in a way where when she saw that opportunity, she took it out. She became very powerful and had much influence and much sway over the king. And she didn't separate herself from her people. She didn't get Beyonce status and then I don't mess with broke niggas. Or I ain't them people. Me and you ain't that. You a broke nigga. I'm a rich bitch. That's the attitude today, ain't it? No, that ain't what she had back then. She kept herself just like Moses did. Remember Moses?
Yeah.
Moses didn't disassociate himself from his people. He looked on his people and saw and considered what was happening to his people and did something about it to the point where he unalived the cat. And guess who turned on him? His own people. Yep. You understand? So go ahead, read it. The water, a lasawa.
Lasawa.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. For we are told, I and my people to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish.
And to what?
To perish.
Yeah, that's how they was doing it. Just like they doing you today. Y'all can chime in anytime y'all want. I ain't got to teach this doing by myself. You understand? Let these people know that y'all can teach well. Go ahead.
But if we have been sold for bondmen and bondwomen.
For what?
If we have been sold for bondmen and bondwomen.
Go ahead.
I had held my tongue.
What?
I had held my tongue.
Go ahead.
Although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he? And where is he that durst presume in his heart to do so?
You understand? There's the plot against the Jews that she knew. She's bringing it to the king. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary.
The who?
The adversary.
The what?
The adversary.
Go ahead.
And enemy.
And what?
And enemy.
Remember who your enemies are. Your enemies are your enemies.
That's right.
Your enemies could also be enemies of your own people. Those are just national disputes.
Right.
Like white on white crime is a thing. You know that, right? Like Chinese on Chinese crime is a thing. Korean on Korea crime is a thing.
Right.
Hamite on Hamite crime is absolutely a thing. But the world would have you know that only black on black crime and black on Hispanic crime and Hispanic on Hispanic crime should make the headlines.
Right.
When these people are unaliving each other at the tune that you can't keep up with, unless it's abortions. That's crazy. Black women are at an all-time high. Black women are unaliving black people and Hispanic people more than people are being unalived in wars.
Right.
That's insane. Go ahead.
The adversary and enemy.
The who?
The adversary and enemy.
Not your friend. Not, this ain't, I know, hey, listen, and this is for my young kids. Everybody is not on your crew, like Rubble and crew.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
The adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
Oh, yeah, because he just got called out for being an adversary to the people whose wife, his wife's people, you thought she wasn't going to stand up?
Right.
Oh, she stood up.
Yep.
She could have been quiet, though. Like most niggas and Hispanics will be quiet. They'll turn a blind eye because they don't want to lose the status and the money and the power that they have. Right. Well, you really don't have power if you're not ready to exercise it when you need to know when to exercise it. Right. Exercise. That's being temperate, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden.
Now, he was doing what? He rose from what?
From the banquet of wine in his wrath.
In his wrath. She knew he was already saucy. You know what I'm saying? He's at the banquet. He's having a good time. All he want to do is have a good time with his wife, because what happens after the banquet? For my adults, what happens?
It's like it's
go ahead.
Some grown-up time.
Grown-up time. The pleasure that comes with sleep. Yeah. That, cuppies. Making cuppies. That's about as PG-13 as I can keep it. You understand? They get to make cuppies. And he want to know. He want to see, he's securing it. He want to know, well, baby, what's going on? Whatever you ask me, I'm going to tell you. And he had the banquet So he got everybody looking at him. He got to be a player. He the king. You know what I'm saying? And then she said something that was contrary to what he thought she was gonna say. Instead, she exposed somebody who serves the king, but has ulterior motives against the people. Here you are. Esther is a Jew. This cat wants to kill off Esther's people. That is not okay for Esther. Esther is not cool with that.
Right.
Read.
And the king arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath,
feeling good. And then now he's angry because why? His woman is angry. His woman has exposed something. Now he got a problem. Go ahead.
Went into the palace garden.
Uh-huh.
And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen.
Now he's asking, because he didn't know that plot was going to be uncovered like that in front of the king at the banquet. That's the whole reason why she had the banquet, to out him. Now the banquet is here. Now, you know what? Now he got the bag for his life for the queen. Now the tables have turned. You thought you knew something. And let that be a lesson to you. I know y'all think that white people are all powerful.
Right.
And that they dictate what you do over your life. They don't dictate what you do in your life. You give them the power that it takes for them to dictate your life.
That's right.
But if you were just to take the power back and say, I don't want to do that, I'm not going to do that, then they have drug dealers have no room in the ghetto unless you let them have room in the ghetto. Whores have no room on the stripper poles unless you go to the stripper club. Gangs have no power. The only way they have power is if you get in the gang.
Right.
Now, there's a gang you could join that's more like an army. It's called the Israelite School of UPK.
Right.
That's where you can come. Here you'll learn how to be a nation again, how to serve your nation, and how to go contrary to that. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, take back what's yours. Take back what the Lord given you, which is the right to be free. You want freedom, it only comes at a price. And the price is keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's all you goddamn need, man. Give it up. It ain't got to be super complicated, man. They making it all, we need government funding and we need, stop being a fucking slave. You don't need nothing but the Lord. That's it. Your people in the Lord. That's it. We gotta get out of this mindset among the bar. It's hard when I go outside and I see this every day. Go ahead, ZQ.
Please. I like what you saying was absolutely heavy. It also goes to Mordecai raising this sister up. You know what I'm saying? That it's important to raise our children up in the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You do that, you give them the power to make decisions that solely benefits their people.
Absolutely.
Not themselves.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. You understand? Absolutely. And then listen, when you don't do that, then you handicap your children.
Oh,
your children don't have the proper education at home. Before you send your child to school, your child should have the proper education on what they should do at school and what they shouldn't do at school. There's no reason why they shouldn't. The only reason they don't is on some real, you just sit them in front of the TV all day. Yeah, my kids watch TV a lot, but my children live in a house where Christianity ain't spewing out of the walls.
Right.
The truth is spewing out of the walls. So whatever they watch on TV, they're going to say, ooh, what's that? Oh, well, my daddy don't do that.
Right.
So I'm not doing that.
Right. That's right.
You understand? My house is not a place that's conducive for America, for American culture. Hell, I remember when Yaya was a little bit younger, babe? Yaya used to be like, Halloween? We don't do Halloween.
Right.
She knew it already.
That's right.
Give her a hand.
That's right.
And we got to think about it because these kids was born in the truth, which means that on a certain degree, they're better than us. You understand?
That's right.
Because we weren't. They born into a place where they can just know the truth from birth all the way up.
That's right.
That's your kids. Now, children are children. Children don't know until you teach them. Children will lie until you teach them that you do not lie. Right. Children will steal until you teach them that we don't steal. Children will cheat until you teach them that we don't cheat. Children will be selfish until you teach them not to be selfish. Children will give me some more.
Eat. All right, so
they'll hit each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like when they're at school, just because of the social norms and the pressures, they might have that temptation to like I know you've kept them from school on some of those days too.
Right. Yeah, I keep my kids out of school one of them days.
But they might have that temptation, if it's still around Halloween time and they pass around Halloween candy, Valentine's candy.
Right.
They seeing all the Christmas decorations and all that. So I mean they might just go along just to get along for a minute.
Yeah.
Right. But we're seeing a generation of children born in the truth that haven't sinned. They've never known unclean foods.
Right, that's happening.
You know what I'm saying? They've never celebrated the birthday. Even with all the temptation around them, they also don't cry about it either.
Right. That's right.
They're not jealous of the other kid.
Right.
That's right.
They got a lot more sensibility to them than that,
Mm-hmm.
which is great to see them notice the difference.
Right.
And again, like I said, like you'll keep them from some of those days. Like if it's not already a day off from school, and you know that they're gonna be celebrating that stuff there, we can just keep them home.
That's it.
Now it's not that big a deal. They're not missing out on nothing. So it's good to see the difference. Good to see the difference and them recognizing the difference. So shout out to them kids, man.
I mean, big up to you sisters too. Go ahead, Lacom Yala. I'm gonna tell you right now, you become my wife, I'm putting kids in you. I need some about you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got to get some kids about you. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. Don't come marry me. I'm telling you off the rip. You marry me, I need babies out of you. I need your womb to become a safe haven for more prophets of God to come back down here. That's what we need. Y'all don't listen. It's fun to do it. It's all fun to make it happen, to create kids. But on a serious note, I know that maybe the Lord is trying to send prophets through my bloodline. So you know what I'm gonna do? Keep having kids as long as the Lord let me have them. That's it. I ain't tripping on nothing. I ain't ducking no kids. You see all my kids in here, all of them, every one of them, and that's how it's gonna always be. You understand? Men who stand up and create families, because that's what Israel is, a family. Houses of houses, of houses, of houses, of houses, of houses that come together and just make up one house. So that's the point. Go ahead, Tabaka Nas.
Yes, sir. I'd like to say about what you say right now, that I feel like in this country, I learned throughout the ICPK under the Commanding General Gehana, the Black, Hispanic, and North American Indian, we are one whole family.
Right.
We are big sleeping.
Right.
We are waking up right now to be a nation that we have stopped being.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, so again, what we're doing is we're just rehearsing the righteous acts. I know y'all see us with these garments, and you're like, look at this idiot. But when I see you sagging your pants with your ass halfway out, I say, look at this piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Look at this sucker. Who listen? You know what you gotta be? You gotta be gay for you want everybody to see your undergarment. Right. You gotta be kind of gay. You gotta be simple. For a man to walk out here with his pants sagging, listen, either you don't know no better, you just listen, monkey see, monkey do, perhaps. Right. You're in like a man should not be impressionable. That's for children. Go ahead, please.
What's unfortunate about that? Let's get it. What's unfortunate about that is, you'd almost think that was a young man wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing brothers in their 40s and their 50s dressing like they in their 20s and their 30s.
It's hip.
Yeah, it's hip. Still trying to, be connected to the youth or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got their pants out there. It's weird, and then you'd almost think maybe that's just for the skinny niggas. I seen some fat dudes the other day, man. They should drop slack for the leggings. I seen some. It's getting weird. Fat old dudes trying to dress like they're young. It's not that they don't have a belt because it broke or they couldn't afford one or they lost it. They
don't choose to have one.
Not wearing. And then you got them cats that do wear them, and it's still that like they do it on
fashion.
purpose.
It's for fashion.
It's weird. I don't.
It's weird. You're right.
I
It's
don't
weird.
understand it.
It's giving gorilla Hebrew vibes.
Yeah.
You understand? It's definitely, showing femininity.
Right. Yeah.
You understand? Like you want attention that much, then you gotta ask yourself, who are you getting attention from?
Yeah.
Who's really looking at your butt?
Yeah.
Your homeboy, because I heard there's a lot of you niggas on the down low out there.
Yeah.
You need the Feast of Perim.
Yeah.
You need us to keep the Feast of Perim so that the Lord can save you out of this wickedness, Akim, because oh my goodness.
Right.
If not, if we didn't show the plot of the white man to our king, he just probably feel like he can get away with it all day, every day.
Right.
Something's have to change. So let me tell you something. If you in the Milwaukee area, you in the Sioux Falls area, you in South Dakota, you in Wisconsin, you on a Native Indian reservation, I'm your man. I'm the man that will travel to where you're at and make sure that somebody stands up and shows to you that we didn't forget about you. Right. Let me tell you something. To me, there's nothing more precious than brotherhood and sisterhood. Please. There's nothing more precious than brotherhood and sisterhood. But guess what? Somebody got to make that move.
Right. Because
on the Native Indian reservations, brother, they losing numbers. And before you know it, they're going to be extinct if we don't do nothing about it. I'll tell you right now, we don't want the reservation lands. We don't want them. We just want you to have them again.
Right.
You understand? We want you to have them again because we know America was a great place when white people were not here.
That's right.
You understand? And our brothers, the tribe of Gad, the North American Indians, you are the ones who made sure that America was great, not white people.
It's like, so if I could,
go ahead.
I'm pretty sure right by now, what I'm saying, the native tribes and whatnot, they know who the devil is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They know the ones that lives on their land right now.
Right. And
push them off to the outskirts, to the land, to the dry lands and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That you can't grow nothing. You know what I'm saying? White people taking over their land, staying all by the lake, taking the nice areas, pushing them all the way, further than the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Telling them that, oh man, they don't care about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, but we absolutely do.
We absolutely do.
Man, we have, a winner giveaway every year, faithfully, out of our own pockets. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Right.
Listen, give them a hand. Because what you said was so dynamic, because a lot of people can say something. Give me that scripture, 1 John 5:3. Is it 1 John 5:3? I believe it is. A lot of people can say a lot of things that sound great. Oh, I love you so much. And we miss y'all so much. And we just want to make sure that this happens and that happens and da 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 da. Them Gadites on the reservations, and they heard what you said, black people, but they don't see no effort. Let me ask you a question. How many real niggas is really in Milwaukee? How many real niggas is really in Sioux Falls? How many? How about this? I'm putting together a Native Indian operation, a reservation operation for Sioux Falls. For the Sioux Falls, for whatever reservation is close to the Sioux Falls. I want to go to the Sioux reservations and I want to find out what's happening out there. What do my brothers need? I know that they're suffering from alcoholism. I know they're suffering from poverty. They living like they're in the third world country and the richest country on the planet.
Right.
America is the richest country on earth.
Right.
You understand that?
Right.
And here they are, can't find decent shoes. They don't have decent food. You understand? They don't have decent housing. When I went to the Menominee Reservation, Akia, when we went to that ghetto in the Menominee, they had broken glass in their windows. Thank God it was summertime.
It looked like the north side of Milwaukee, man. It looked like the south side of Chicago, man. Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah, so I think they have it a little bit worse. You know,
absolutely.
I think they had a lot worse than what we have. We thinking that we in the worst situation. You go to those reservations, like, you know, the rumors is that, you know, they have their own land, they living in the best conditions, they got the money, they got the casinos, you know, but that's not the truth. When you go to those reservations, man, them brothers and sisters are living in extreme poverty, no jobs, you know, like you said, Cap, broken windows. You know, the winters are very harsh,
brutal,
man. And that just goes, and you just look at yourself like, man, like,
how do you know that? How do you know that the winters are very harsh and brutal? How do you know?
Because we went up there.
What we do when we went up there?
We gave out clothes, warm clothes, and cocoa, and, you know, food.
Big up to Commander General Yohana. Sorry, I'm gonna right back to you. Big up to Commander General Yohana. Umar Johnson didn't send men out to the Native Indian reservations to make sure that they were make sure that they were clothed for the winter and fed for the winter, and that somebody give a damn about them. Umar Johnson didn't do that. Right. Louis Farrakhan didn't do that.
Right.
Who? Give me another one. T.D. Jakes didn't do that.
Right.
Give me another one.
Al
Sharpton didn't do that.
Right.
Give me another one.
Michael
Jordan didn't do that.
Right.
Here's what's about to blow your mind. Who's give me the most prominent Native Indian Gadite chief known to America? Give me that. Huh? Alive right now. Give me the cat that said at Louis Farrakhan's sermon at the Million Man March. Give me that cat. Show me him. He the one who said something heavy. He said that the blacks and the Native Indians need to come back together and remember that we were family again and stand with each other. He said something very heavy. Sounded good. I didn't see him. Did you see him? His presence wasn't there. Did he have ambassadors out there? Because we talked to the native boards and the councils. You understand? On these reservations, I don't see him. No, not him. Hell no. This is a Gadite cat. This is a Gadite chief who went to the Million Man March. You find it, you found it. But he ain't there. You understand? I'll tell you who is there. Commander General Yohana. And let me tell y'all something else on these Native Indian reservations. If it's not the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana, started out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, then guess what? They can come and say they're Israelites all they want to. They're not us. And they're there to exploit you. They're there to rape you and rob you. I'm telling you straight up. Listen to my voice. They are there to rob you. That's a fact. Go ahead, preach.
You go into this hoods and stuff, you see that thing. My first time going here in Indiana, I wanted to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? My first time going to the Menominee Reservation, it damn near broke me because, man, you know what I'm saying, seeing grown men, grown women, and children coming with no socks on their feet.
You was there, huh?
Nice. In snow. You know what I'm saying? And not just holes in the shirts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember I looked at you, Captain, out great. You know what I'm saying? It was rough to see. But a lot of the oral press is such a depth. You know what I'm saying? They grinded our brothers and sisters down in the power. Yeah. But I think the Lord, the scriptures say that they're going to overcome it.
Yeah. Let me wipe the Christianity off y'all of the Bible. The way that they're going to overcome in the end is because the Lord knew he was going to put spirits on me and you and you and you and the brothers in the Israelite School of UPK to go and make sure that they overcome it again. We're at the end. I guarantee you that. And there's a lot of reservations that don't allow us on there. And that's fine. That's cool. But there's more that allow us on there that don't. And once it gains traction, they'll see that we are here to give you brotherhood. We're here to give you resources. We're here to show you what Black and Brown and Native Indians can do when they come together again as family.
Right.
Like, we have a common enemy, don't we?
That's right.
Doesn't war, the art of war tells you that even if maybe we weren't family, which we are, but let's say for some strange reason we weren't, we still have a common enemy. Why won't we come together against our common enemy because we're being oppressed? Why doesn't that even trigger anybody? You want to know why? Because of drugs, because of Christianity.
Right.
It makes you docile. It makes you stupid. It makes you susceptible to whatever wiles that the devil may have for you. You understand? You're going to have to really sober up and just, the number one thing you have to do is know who you are. Yes, you're Native Americans. Yes, they call you Indians, but that's not the name that the Lord gave you, man. The Lord didn't give you that name. You didn't come to America calling yourself Native Indian or Aboriginal or Indigenous or First Nation. You came here and said, I am the tribe of Reuben, and my brother Joseph is on an island there. Give me the guitar van. Somebody help me out, please. I can show you the history that you were saying to the white explorers that came over here and saw you, the white Spanish explorers that came over here and saw you, the white English people that came over here and saw you. I can show you. Let me show you something, in case y'all never seen a book like this before. You understand? This book is the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, right? Not written by niggas, written by a collection of very smart white archaeologists and historians and sociologists who made it their business to disprove the Bible, but then stumbled on everything that proved the Bible correct.
Right.
You understand? This is a collection of scholars. They'll list who these scholars are. You understand? In the beginning, they got Merrill C. Tenney. You know, that's the editor of its joint, but they got editor, professor of theological studies, graduate schools of theology, Wheaton College, you understand, and several scholarly books of the Bible and theology. These aren't people who are, look at the contributors. Look at the contributors go on and on and on who contributed to this. These people are from the University of Berlin, from the University of Pennsylvania, from the University of Edinburgh, from the University of Princeton, from the University of Aberdeen, from McCormick Theological Seminary Schools, University of Chicago, New York University, deans of the graduate faculty. You're looking at people from the University of New Zealand, all around the world, Wheaton College, Westminster. This is crazy. Wisconsin. And the list goes on. Of all these contributors in this book that contributed and did study in historical, archaeological discoveries and everything like that. You understand? And here's what they said. Let me see. Here's what they said. Let's look at some of the stuff that they said in here. Let's go to. Let's go to Ham. Right? Let's see if they believe what they spew to you. I don't think they do.
Right, because the narrative's always been African sold African. So we find out the root of these so-called Africans, because they weren't called Africans.
Right.
They were established in Africa.
Right. So now, here we go. This is page 330. And then also give me Lost Tribes and Promised Lands too. Yes, please, if you want. No, you can put hours away and then feed everybody else. If you could, please.
In the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 330. Ham.
Who?
Ham.
Go ahead.
The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
And
one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
that global flood that every culture on the planet acknowledges that a global flood happened. You understand? Every planet. I mean, everybody on this planet acknowledges that. As you brothers grow older, y'all will start seeing how stupid people are in the world.
Right.
And how smart you actually are.
Right.
What we're giving you is a jump start. You understand? We think about a chainsaw, right? A chainsaw, you need to prime it up and rev it up, right? This is what we're doing for y'all before you get to work. Most people don't even get that. They chainsaw don't even work. They working with a handsaw. Here you are, you getting prepared to be able to go out there and cut with a chainsaw. So just know, what y'all learning in here is actual factual. You see that library we got right there? That's just small. For right now, we're going to triple this library. Why? Because the books, they hide it all in the books, huh? And they know that you just want to be on your phone all day and play Roblox.
Right.
You understand? That's what they know, right? PUBG or whatever the hell else they playing. I be playing Call of Duty. Fortnite. I don't see how the hell you play Fortnite, but that's fine. But it's fun. That's what kids do. Sooner or later, though, from sitting in these classes, you're going to see how stupid people are. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Progenitor means what? Who knows? Give me out of YouTube, brothers. YouTube. What does progenitor mean, you know? You want to give it a guess? Read it again so that maybe you can get some context of what he's reading.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Go ahead. Close. Go ahead. Just say it. Go ahead. No. That's why you in class. Here's what I want you. The reason why I did that because I want you to know this. I know you don't know the answer, but to just give it a shot is what makes men. It's what builds men. The character that you're gonna need to succeed in life. Yeah, you didn't know the answer, but you gave it a shot. Even though I put you on the spot, you still gave it a shot. And you were wrong. Yes, you were wrong. No matter. What we in class for that. Now I'm gonna give you the answer so that the next time you ask this question, keep it in your mind, retain this so that you'll know. Progenitor means the father of, the starter of, the beginning of, the maker of. He became the maker of, or the father of, all the dark races. A man named Ham. He did, right? Ham are the Africans. You ever, I know y'all ever smelled them Africans. They stink, don't they?
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Their feet look like rhino feet. Their hair look like sandpaper or poppy seeds. You understand? On a bagel. That's what their hair look like. You know what I mean? Like they don't have no flavor. You can tell that they know that they're not your people. That's who they are, right? This cat became the progenitor of all the dark races that white people call dark races, right? All the Africans is what they're trying to say. Read.
Not the Negro.
Who are we? We're known as the Negroes. Blacks in America was first called Negroes. You understand? They said, come get some of these Negro slaves. Then they changed it from Negroes and nigger to colored. Then they changed it from colored to African American in the 80s. And then they changed it from African American to black. Now we're just okay with being called black. I'm not black. I'm a Jew from the tribe. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's my pedigree. That's where I come from. That's my nationality. So when you go to school and they be like, hey, what's your race? And you say black, just know that you know better than that. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
That's who you are, right? You're not a Hamite. You're not an African. Go ahead, read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
Not who?
The Negroes.
Go ahead.
But the Egyptians.
Oh my goodness. You're not Egyptian. Go ahead.
Ethiopians.
You're not Ethiopians. You're not Nipsey Hussle's people. You don't got no connection to Haile Selassie. It's just not you. Go ahead.
Libyans.
You don't come from Libya. Okay.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. All them other stinking meerkat eating ass, you know what I'm saying? Cow piss on the head.
Yeah.
African Mongol madness, whatever the hell they doing out there. That's not you.
Right.
The plates in the lips and the earrings, the big dumbass earrings, and all the plates in the neck and the rings. And that's not you. That's not your culture. Go ahead, priest.
Monkey eaters.
Monkey eaters.
Oh my God.
They eating the tail. I'm talking about they bite. God, monkey eaters. That's not you, man. It's not you. You come from royalty.
That's right.
Now, I want to read another book called Lost Tribes in the Promised Land. I did that so that I can get the Negroes out the way first. Nigga, you are the people of the Bible. You understand? You are the actual Jews from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Judah has a brother. He has brothers.
Right.
11 other brothers. The Native American, so-called Native American Indians or Gadites are one of his brothers.
Right.
The Seminole Indians are his brothers. The Puerto Ricans, I'm sitting right next to a Puerto Rican. That's my brother. You understand? I'm not African at all. So I'm not claiming Michael Blackston. I'm not claiming what's that Godfrey cat? I'm not claiming Godfrey. I'm not claiming, give me another African. I'm not claiming Akon. You can hang that up. I'll be damned. But who I will claim is my brother here. Could you read that right there? Let them know what page you are, and then start right there.
Colonel Wakad, this is the Lost Tribes of Promised Lands. This is page 364. It says a brief conversation. Right there, right? Yes. A brief conversation then ensued in their common ancestral language.
Well, the common ancestral language of the North American Indians, and if you're North American Indian and you're Sioux, and I know you Sioux in Lakota and Dakota tribes, y'all know that y'all language derives from Hebrew. I know you know it because it's damn near identical as ancient Hebrew. Right. Hey, do me a favor, come y'all. Grab me that piece of paper that shows the ancient Hebrew on it. Yeah, that's fine. You could have gave me that. Yeah, let me get that. Let me show y'all something. For all my people in Sioux Falls right now. Go look up the Sioux language. Go look it up. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like that. That's what it's gonna look like. All right. That's ancient Hebrew. Your common ancestral tongue amongst all the other tribes was ancient Hebrew. Well, in this book, two tribes met up with each other. One, a North American Indian or a so-called Gadite, and a Seminole Indian from the southern United States. And they got together and they spoke. So that's like a Sioux getting together with a Cherokee. They talking the same language. Their common ancestral tongue, which means they have the same damn ancestor, right? The Sioux are no different from the Blackfoot. The Blackfoot is no different from the Crow. The Crow is no different from the Cree. The Cree is no different from the Menominee. It's just different families of the same tribe. Read.
According to Montesinos
is a explorer. Go ahead.
Whose influence in it is almost as perplexing to the reader of his narrative as is that of his three mysterious new companions.
Montesinos was a Sephardic Jew, right? A Sephardic Jew from Spain, right? But he wasn't the black kind. He was the white kind. You understand? Jewish, right? And he came here and he knew how to speak Hebrew. But he spoke a different type of Hebrew. But what he's hearing them speak is different. That's just like when Jewish people hear us say Shema Yasha'Allah Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. And we speak in the ancient tongue. You understand? They don't understand that. Yahweh Ba Shem Yahweh Shabbat. They don't understand that Hebrew. They understand modern Hebrew. That's what he knew. He knew the Yiddish. But he can hear it and he can tell Go ahead. That they was talking about. Go ahead.
They told him that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
They told him what?
They were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
You find Reuben in the Bible. Could you go to Genesis 49, please? Can we find Reuben? Let's go where's the tribe of Reuben from? Now that's something isolated to say. Here you are in the North America, not penetrated by white presence at all. A white man comes over there with the North American Indian that he took first from his first journey over to America. Brought to Spain, taught him Spanish, but this cat knows Hebrew. His name was Francisco. Francisco is an actual Israelite who knows American territory, right? He comes over here, brings them down to the Florida. You understand? Southern Louisiana, Southern Florida, Miami area, right? Brings them to the Gulf. He goes to a river and meets another tribe who they themselves said that they are from the tribe of Reuben. Let's find out who the tribe of Reuben is. Can you read that, please? Genesis 49, I think it's 1. Let's see. I don't know. Let me see. Genesis chapter 49. And 3. 49 and 3. Good on the Roman numerals. I'm not asking if he eating Roman noodles.
Genesis.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn.
First read verse 2.
Verse 2. Gather yourselves together.
It's a prophecy. This is a prophecy Jacob is telling his sons. Gather yourselves together. It's my job to gather together the tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
And hear ye sons of Jacob.
And hear ye who?
Sons of Jacob.
Jacob's name was changed to Israel by the angel of the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
And hearken unto Israel your father.
And listen to your father, what he's about to tell you right now. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
Reuben.
Go ahead.
Thou art my firstborn.
The first son from the loins of Israel is who this cat came and saw in North America. How is it that somebody from the land of Israel across the whole ocean is over here in North America living untouched by white people? We got the history. Join the Israelite School PK in Sioux Falls and in Milwaukee. We'll give it to you. We'll bridge the gap for you. We got all these books, and we got the most important book, the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead.
Thou art my firstborn,
my
might, and the beginning of my strength.
Go ahead.
The excellence of dignity.
Go ahead.
And the excellence of power.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Unstable as water.
Unstable, though. Everybody knew them Seminole Indians were different. And those are the only tribes to never lose and never accept a treaty from white people. They fought so hard that they was whooping on white people so bad that white people had to give them their props. And they never made a treaty, and they still at war with white people today. You understand? By terms of by terminology.
Okay.
So you can stop on that. Go ahead and read.
And that the tribe of Joseph lived on an island nearby.
The tribe of Joseph is the tribe of Ephraim today, right? They lived on the island nearby. What's close to Florida, to southern Florida? Puerto Rico, Hispaniola. Those islands are next to that, and that's where the Taínos Indians were. They told them that they've been traveling. Y'all ain't just stay in North America. North America, y'all came from the southern tip of South America and migrated up to North America. So you done been all the way through Argentina, South America, Brazil, all of that, Peru, all of that. And you came up through Mexico and through the islands, the West Indian Islands, the Arawak Indians, the Taíno Indians. Y'all all spread on out according to the prophecies that you read in Genesis chapter 49. if you want an exclusive breakdown on that, join ISUPK Milwaukee history class. I got a badass cat that teaches the history. Who is that? Who's that? Who teaches my history here? Rapaya Allah. Badass cat. Just ask him the question. He'll bridge the gap for you with that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to end the Feast of Perim right now. Y'all can kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? We might go live for a little bit, but we are about to go ahead and feast, throw up the Feast of Perim. This is the opening of the Feast of Perim. Tomorrow, ISUPK Chicago and ISUPK Gary coming out to Milwaukee. We're going to do it big with our brothers out there, man. The water for kicking it with us. This is the opening of the Milwaukee School under Commander General Yohana, Israelite School EPK, 1 West. With that, ask class over the priest and officer of 1,000, Lakam Yala. You know what? Just way past time. Tomorrow.
And give a courtesy salute. Minister Amadi. Stand. Give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Minister Amadi Shabbat. Amadi.
How about Shimei Shah Brother Thumb?
How about Shimei Shah Brother Thumb?
Yazmatah. Saul, turn to first sisters. Sisters, Amadi, which means to stand. Men of Israel, give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Amadi Shabbat. Amadi. Barak.
Yahweh Shamar, Abba Shimei Shah.
Yazmatah. Dismissed.
Here you go, Lakam Yala. There you go, ZQ. Z to the. When I first said that shit, you said, what you trying to say? Well, we should. I know. Mo to the. E to the. That's why I got it from. Z to the. Come y'all. Get them drinks and bring them out while we shop. What?
Welcome to Atlanta.
Come on, the drinks.
5,000 Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025.
Y'all can turn that TV on. Let's get the music flowing. Get some feast. You know what I'm saying?
April 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April 11th, we got the Black Party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King, that honored us, turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift to see than to wake up to the truth. And then to your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes, seeing their faces, and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through, and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven.
Well, not right now.
In the name of the King we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.